Hey guys, welcome to Motoroids. My name is Amit, and this is the recently launched Audi RS E-Tron GT, which is the most powerful, fastest Audi series production Audi ever produced. And just look at this car. Doesn't it look amazing? The price for this car is 2 crore 5 lakh rupees ex showroom, and it simply looks stunning. It's the fifth electric car that Audi has launched here, and with the launch of these two cars, the RS E-Tron and the E-Tron GT. So this is the RS E-Tron GT, and that one there is the E-Tron GT. There are differences, and I'm going to let you know everything about all these differences in a bit. So this is the E-Tron RS GT, which is the most powerful Audi ever. And let's talk about the performance here. If you go to see, the power output here is 646 HP and 830 Newton meters of torque, and all of that power and torque can propel it from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in a blistering quick 3.3 seconds. And the 93 kilowatt hour battery that this car has is shared with the E-Tron GT as well. However, the discharge rate there is slower, and the performance of course is slightly lower. So this car does 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds, and the power and torque is also lesser. Here you get 530 HP of peak power and 630 Newton meters of torque. Here you get 830 Newton meters of torque. So there's a huge difference. And if you look at the styling, both the cars of course have a very similar face. However, if you see, the bumper here is body colored and the Audi rings are done in black, but there the Audi rings are done in silver. And here it's a special pack that's been applied here on the bumper, but standard version will have gray inserts here. The headlights on both the cars are LED matrix, but if you wish to, you can go with the laser lights as well, and the laser lights are optional and have a throw of 600 meters. So that's something that you can also opt for. Now these sensors that you see here are dummies. They are not functional because this car does not come with adaptive cruise control. That's an omission. We really believe that these cars are quite expensive. This car is also 1 crore 80 lakh rupees. So for that kind of money, we would definitely have wanted this car to have some sort of autonomous driving. Although this car comes with lane keep assist, but the more advanced autonomous driving features are absent, which is quite an omission in my personal opinion. So you obviously have these front parking sensors, and you have a little camera should have been here, but seems like you don't even have a camera here. That's also a dummy. So that's again an omission. The blinkers are swipe out and are integrated in those DRLs, and those lights look quite swanky. You see this air curtain here, it lets air channel through. And then a very interesting design element is this slot here, which lets the air come out, so there is less turbulence and better aerodynamic ability, which this car can provide you. The wheels are also very aerodynamically designed, and these are 20-inch wheels. This car comes with charging ports on both the sides. So you have one here and the other one is on the other side. I'll just show you in a bit. Here. Now this is a sportback style, and as you can see, the roof swoops down gently. And a very interesting design element here is the all glass roof, full panoramic sunroof. It looks beautiful from the inside, and this is how the lights look when they are lit. Just look at this LED lighting which connects the two sides. So it really comes across as a very, very beautifully designed car, and it's a one of its kind car in India right now. You don't have any other fully electric sports car. You have SUVs, of course. Audi also has its own E-Tron, which is available in 3 variants, including the Sportback, and then you have the E-Tron and the RS. Now the RS has a slightly different treatment in terms of the fact that it gets black Audi rings and this RS badging here, of course. So more aggressive elements in some parts. Another key differentiator is the brakes here, which are more advanced, and you won't get these brakes on the standard e-tron GT. The calipers here painted in red, so that's another differentiation. And on the inside also, the RS version gets a more advanced 17 speaker Bang & Olufsen system, as well as massage seats, ventilated seats. So all of these features are additional on the RS e-tron GT. You won't get those features on this car here. Now, talking about the range, which is very important for a lot of you, this car here can go up to 500 kilometers on a single charge, and this car here can go up to 481 kilometers on a single charge. So the range on both the cars is pretty good, and both the cars can take you intercity from one city to the other city without any range anxiety. So that's a fantastic thing. Let's now have a look at this spoiler. It's an active spoiler, and it comes up and goes down as the speed of the car increases or decreases. Now, about the charging times, this car comes with 800 volts technology with up to 270 kilowatt DC charging, which can charge it from 5% to 80% in only 22 minutes. And apart from that, you get two varieties of chargers as standard, and you get a 3-point charger as well as a 5-point charger. Another interesting bit is the fact that this car comes with two trunks. So the front trunk is obviously known as the frunk, as they popularly call it now, and it has the space for your charger, and you have the traditional boot at the rear, so you have a little bit more space than your traditional cars. And in addition to all of that, there are some interesting things that you'd probably want to know, and that includes a rear differential lock. So you can always bank on this car for handling. It comes with E-Quattro, so all wheels are driven. Now this car here comes with adaptive air suspension, so the ride height can go up and down by up to 42 mm. However, the standard e-tron GT does not come with air suspension, and there you get only adaptive damping. You don't get adaptive air suspension. So in that sense also the RS has more equipment. Now, we talked about the fixed panoramic sunroof, and let me just show you that. It looks absolutely beautiful when you look at it from the inside especially. And let's have a quick look. This is how the panoramic glass sunroof looks from the inside, and it really adds a dash of premiumness to the interior. The interior by itself has been done beautifully. It's unlike any other Audi that you have seen, and these geometric shapes, very clean surfacing, looks very good. You have this familiar Audi virtual cockpit, which is 12.3 inches and a 10.1 inch central screen. You have these illuminated e-tron GT scruff plates, frameless windows which make the doors look absolutely stunning. And on this car you don't have the sports seat, but on the RS variant you have special seats with RS badging inside. Let's have a look at the dashboard, and you have some familiar buttons here: drive select, traction control off, parking sensors, and you can turn the screen off using this button, start stop button, and you have some volume controls here, two cup holders. Drive selector is a little different from what you've seen from Audi till now, and e-tron badging here. The whole dashboard layout is very different from whatever you've seen on Audis till now. Very clean surfacing, very geometric, and very futuristic. There is an armrest here. Now, as you would imagine, this being a sport bag, the headroom at the rear is not as much as you would expect, but legroom is reasonably good. For a sports car, you can seat a 5 feet 10-inch guy like me here without much of a problem. And my head is just about brushing, so any taller than me and your head will be brushing with the roof, which is absolutely beautiful. Pardon any fumbles because there are just too many people shooting here and I'll have to finish this entire shoot in one go. So pardon if there are any problems during this conversation. You get a 3-zone climate control. Here you have the central armrest, and you have individual headrests for all 3 passengers. This is what the door panels look like. Again, very geometric shapes, a very 3D kind of a look given to the door panels and the dashboard. It all looks very premium, very well put together, high quality materials and very well thought out. Now, in addition to whatever I've told you, you also get all-wheel steering, which is fantastic. And not just does it provide you great stability at higher speeds, at slower speeds it also gives you a very good maneuverability, so that's a great feature. Now, while this car does not have autonomous driving features, it does come with lane keep assist, which is okay but nothing too great. And I really believe that for the kind of price that Audi is asking for, there should have been more autonomous driving features here. So that's a bit of an omission. I really would have wanted this car to have more advanced autonomous features with a radar and whatnot. Now, in terms of warranty, this car gets 2 years of warranty and high voltage battery warranty of 8 years or 1,60,000 kilometers. You can also opt for an extended warranty across a period of 2 + 2 years or 2 + 3 years. So you can opt for additional 2 or 3 years of warranty, whatever you find suitable for your budget. Now, you also get this RS illuminated scruff plate here on the RS variant, and there are some subtle changes, like on the door panels you get this Alcantara and contrasting red sporty stitching. Also, the seats are very different. You get sporty seats here with RS badging, as I mentioned. The shape of the seats is also very different. You get a D-cut steering wheel with contrasting red stitching, Alcantara wrapping on the steering wheel, and RS badging as well. So there are some really clear differences as compared to the standard e-tron GT. And the seat belt here is also a very sporty red. The roof is of course similar to the vanilla e-tron GT, and the theme that you saw up front in terms of the seat has been carried over at the rear as well. So you have this honeycomb pattern and red stitching along with the red seat belts at the rear as well. But the more important thing is that the audio system here is far superior, and you get a 17 speaker Bang & Olufsen system, which is amazing. This is the frunk and it's open now, so that's how much space you have, and you also have illumination there. So that's a view of how much space you have up front. And now, since we are on the topic, let's have a look at the space at the rear as well. So that's how much space you have here, and over 400 liters of space, and this should be sufficient for a family of 4 to go for a short weekend. The boot is powered, of course, and while this is a sports car, it has enough space to swallow in quite a few bags and take you for a short holiday with your family. So that's that, guys. The 2 new Audi cars in India which are electric, and which makes Audi the leader in this segment at this point in time. They have 5 cars in all, and at this point in time no other premium car manufacturer has a sports car which is completely electric. So Audi has the edge, and if you want to go green, want to go electric, and you want a proper sports car, then these are the only options that you have. One last word before I leave. Since Porsche is owned by Volkswagen Group, this car was built on the Taycan platform, and this car essentially, in terms of its architecture and everything, is very similar to the Porsche Taycan. So that's that, guys. the Audi e-tron GT and the Audi RS e-tron GT. And as you can see, there's a lot of crowd here, so it's very difficult to get a clean shot, but I did what I could, and I really hope that I was able to give you some insight into what these cars are like. And if you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Motoroids, and until next time, this is Amit Shangani signing off. Rev hard, rev free.